Hello, hello, hello. There we are then, cool. Getting YouTube get started. Hello, Wolfie, how you doing?
Good luck.
Let me get my bearings here. What have you done? Yeah, I'm doing good. You enjoying the lovely weather today? Kind of crazy. Suddenly turned into the summer. Is it 9 degrees? Shut up.
No respect for the land.
I guess you're up north. It's 21 degrees down here. Like, I'm dying. I thought it was a bit more generalized, but I guess not. It seems like it's just hit certain bits of the UK. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, it's only 12 degrees in Cardiff. Wow, my apologies then. Although I'd probably swap if I could. Not one for the sun myself, personally. Ooh, we are lacking a... What have we done here? Oh, I know. I was like dicking around with loads of stuff. I think I know what's happened. I need to go change gear. I was messing around with fire trap, but I can't be bothered. It's annoying. I mean, yeah, that's fine. The RF's going very well. I spent far too long on the last stream, like, iterating on it, which is kind of stupid because it doesn't really matter that much. Like, I'm gonna do more than enough damage with the gear I have, but yes. Yeah. This is how come I take like 7 million hours to level, even on a second build. Putting the random music on the jukeboxy thing for the hideout is like huge. Three green and a red. Easy peasy. Just a fiction. I bought the second one. In terms of how the build's actually playing through, though, it's super smooth, as you'd expect, probably. what kind of pushed me over the edge for setting it up is I've got I swear I've bought this stuff. There it is. Cool. I will. So what do you want on this? Shield charge. You know what, actually, shield charge can go on here, because I don't care if it's level 1. So let's try and get three reds on this. Three reds are fine, aren't they? Two reds on here, and then we've got the automated. Okay, so we do that. That's everything. So with the flask up, we've got 82 max fire as well, which is ridiculous for level 33. So, so we should be able to just go through pretty quickly. Shield charge there. Got the wind scream on so we can double curse. Kinda OP. Oh, wait there. Needs to be fire trap. Yeah, and I'm running the feast bind thing just to be lazy and automate the ruby flask whilst I'm leveling. How's your stuff going, Wolfie? Are you still grinding out on the... You're on the RF build as well, right? The level 100?
Your empire is
Click on... Yeah. Oh wait, I need to check. I keep up again. Nameless seer check. It's worth grabbing these because I could probably. Oh, is it?
Got no more room in the mill. Let's talk.
Okay.
See what we want done.
Yeah, I get like a couple more of those. I might try and just craft a scepter or something. Get a +1 leveling one. What am I doing? Where am I going? Oh, that's right. Let's go.
Once fought together. I honor them.
I really need to look up like which zones have like tells or like general directions and stuff. I'd say for the first 3 acts, I'm pretty good at like, oh, you can look at this thing to work out to go this way, but past that, it's all just like generally go diagonally. Going diagonally right is my pro lab tip. Just always go right until you can't, and then go like center, and then go right again. Can't remember the last time I looked at a PoE lab map. So apparently Izaru is in the first room today. Did I hear that on Reddit correctly? For those that wish to grind out the old labs. Not me. I'll chuck in green gems as I'm leveling this guy through, just in case we get some detonate dead goodness. Need to have decent sustain there. It's like the secret reason why Pox is like so keen on RF is like it truly does allow you to pay attention to other things. I'm not calling it an easy build, but I mean it definitely has some advantages when you've got massive amounts of recovery. Well, back in the day, I feel like I could be making this up. Like Pox was like a big fire trap guy as well, right? Before he became like the RF king. I feel like traps was like one of his specialties. Way back when. The old Lion Eyes watch days. Move this one over to that one. I'm actually a little bit curious there. Wait there. Let me. I'm sure if I went into Pox's chat, why do you pick the minion node? Sure, that'd be a popular question. I assume it's, yeah, it's for the scepter. I guess maybe it's just also for like nice, easy damage without having to like climb across the stream. Maybe I don't know. I think I'll rush to it for now. I always find that scream sound effect feels so jarring compared to like all of the other ones, and it's on like specific like Exiles and Warband ones as well, right? Yes, Warband people I guess are Exiles that have just got themselves unionized. You go in Duresso. Come over here. It seems to be going smooth.
The corruption will pass.
Go see Calm.
The ancestors weep to see what
So much fire. Ooh. Getting slapped around a bit here. This lo-fi version of this Diablo song has made it sound like Hotel California. I don't know if anyone else is hearing that, but occasionally I keep on thinking it's about to kick off to that. Let's grab that for the onslaught. Why do these drop so commonly when you're leveling? It's so annoying. Give me frogs and maps. I want map frogs. Oh no? Sure. I guess. Can you take an itemized corpse and just slap it straight in to the grave? Hashtag PV sentences. Billy, stop calling your granddad an itemized corpse. It's weird. Right. I need to address this at some point. I just don't know. When I did a quick Googling, it was just like forum posts from like 2000. Wait, 2000, but like a long time ago. It was old ass forum posts. 2000, I don't know, 10 or something. 8 years ago. Let's say that. Maths isn't my strong suit. I know the best type of like help advice is like just get a better computer. It's like, right. Well, that's not really solved why the issue's happening. Thank you. It could be that it just doesn't like it if I'm streaming on I feel like it got worse when I started streaming to YouTube. So we may have to stop doing that, I guess. Or I could finally get my shit together and sort out the try and do the stream PC thing. What this room needs for the summer is 2 PCs churning out hot air. I think it'd be much nicer. Refreshing. Oh, you didn't see it. I wanted to say, whenever he says Hiri save me or aid me, I always thought he said piety aid me because it kind of sounds not very clean sounding, and I used to get so confused. Like, why is he calling on piety?
I'm watching you.
Some secret lore going on there, but no, it's just me not being able to listen. Oh, we've got this now as well. I was kind of curious about this automation thing. Like the old automate phase run. I'm gonna try running that as well. Like we're good for damage. How much more shock do they get? Or level? Oh, I don't think they get any more, do they? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, but these have to be. We could stop with that tech for now. Let's do that. Thank you. No. And then what is it? Automate and phase run, and then blood
Hail God.
rage. Automation. So blue, green, green. Oh, will it trigger both of them? Or can it only trigger one skill? It says support spells. Guess we'll find out.
Hail.
Actually, you know what we could do? We'll do it the slower way. We don't like spammer. But we'll do this. Yeah, this feels from a new go fast kind of perspective. Put that back on. Put this on. Oh damn, that feels really nice, and I haven't even got frenzy charges. That's gonna be super cool. Alright. Pro tip, if you just keep on clicking Diala, you can then click straight through, you don't have to wait for it to power up a laser.
The way to a god's heart is through his guts.
Just keep on chatting through to. That seems fine to me. Oh, I should stop casting shield charge, right? Technically. Because that's knocking off my phase run. Yeah. Okay. Woo! Well, this is kind of a gross combo, isn't it? Especially for RF, because you don't need to recast anything to continuously do damage. You just get perma phase run and increased movement speed. There we are. You would mix these together, like with the low tier ones. Best of all. Aren't you branded a DD RF? No, that's right. Yeah. I'm a fan of the RF builds. I kind of got oversaturated on them a couple leagues ago, so I haven't done them for a little while. Like incredibly smooth, but I do struggle with bossing with them because I don't have like the mechanical skill, which I think, you know, someone like Pox definitely is able to overcome a little. But they are super smooth. Buttery smooth. Even in SSF.
You've done well, Brute, but let's not get above our...
I'd say friendship is paused on DD. I'll be going back to that build. I just wanted to get this up to a level where I could start maybe farming, like doing that low tier unique farm strategy on the second Atlas. With maybe a couple of the league mechanics as well that I haven't got selected on the first Atlas. So we can farm some other things whilst we're doing it. Maybe like Alva or something.
Calm wasn't half the man you are, Marauder.
And then I think on the third Atlas, we'll do like a bossing sort of tree. What am I doing? And that's where DD can come back into the fold. Maybe.
Betray me, and I will have your head.
Oh, is that Omni? Is that? I don't know. A long time since I've seen that. Right. How you doing, Drake? Anyway, sorry I didn't ask. Nice. Awesome to hear. What are you currently doing? You still on DD? Get missing. Yeah, well, I've been a bit. I think I've been doing more UK times, so a bit awkward for yourself. I do want to try and work on a fixed schedule, so I can really start to have a consistent thing. I did for a little while. When I was streaming games that nobody wanted to watch. So I think I should probably do it with... It's like when they give you the advice to stream less popular games, I don't think they mean literally 0 viewer games. That's going in a bit deep. Did you manage to see? I don't think I properly asked. Did you manage to see the eclipse at all? It was outside your... I mean, technically true for everyone, right? Oh, you didn't have the eye ban. Oh, that sucks. Were you able to do... You can do that thing, right, where you look in the window. That's a thing, isn't it? Or I made that up. Is that why I can't see so good? I feel like you can like look at a reflection or something of it, and that's not quite as bad, like from an angle or some weird stuff. Yeah, I mean, don't look directly out through the window up to it, but there's like a... I'm going from childhood memories. My granddad did something... It might have been involving a mirror, I don't know. But yeah, obviously don't just look up out the window. This completely clear glass will protect my eyes. You took a picture of your phone. Oh, that's good at least. Yeah, you got something. I didn't realize it was really happening. Like, I guess because it was like
In this moment, you and I
US centric.
beautiful of nightmares together. Creation, rather the realm of the gods, isn't it? Bow your head to your one true god.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I did a bad thing. I should say NA. Is that more acceptable? Do you guys refer to North America? I know that's like a continent thing, but would you, as a Canadian, does North America work? Or do you find that annoying because people just think it's just America when you say that? With the US? NA works, okay.
Embrace the future.
Because, like, it may be obvious from Brexit, but some British people get weird when, if you say, like, I feel like if you said, if a non-British person said you're from Europe, you'd probably be okay with that. But if you described a British person as European, that hits different for a lot of British people, even if you're not like anti-EU or whatever. It just doesn't quite sound right. Mexico's often left out of the NA discussions. Yeah, I can imagine that happening. It's not an intuition I have to include Mexico when I say that.
You are being selfish.
You have your opinions on Brexit. I think everybody outside of maybe Europe and Britain didn't like it. I know a lot of our American colleagues at the time thought it was kind of mad. Although they probably did all lean a little more
You're so in love.
against that. I know that word, mum. Wait, do Canadians say mum? Do you use mum with a U or do you use an O? Nah, you're on the mom. I thought we had some cultural connection there. We just have to stick with the Queen. Used to be part of a British prep school. Oh. As in, like, it's a school in Canada that was, like, aesthetically British? It was in Dubai. Oh, got it, yeah. One of our outposts. Cambridge High School. Interesting. Yeah. Gotta maintain them for appearances. I don't know why I'm picking these up. It's stupid. I'm just gonna sell them. Well, I'll keep the unique one, I guess. Wow.
I'm watching you.
So confused. I did just kill Malachi. We're done. Did you play before they did the Act 5 thing, Drake? Nah. It was a glorious time. First League was the best. I'm so rubbish with like placing times. That's not going to help at all. I barely know how old I am. I don't do years or dates. Let me get the list of leagues up. It was 2.0, wasn't it? No, it's not that early. It's 3.0. Oh, it was the league after. Harbinger was 3.0, and then Abyss was the one after that. You only just missed it. You only just missed the joy of having to kill Malachi over and over again. Farming dried lakes to get XP. So you, with your trash build, had enough hit points to kill Malachi in cruel difficulty. That was always the gate. Because back in the day, you didn't have to kill Malachi the third time. You could just go straight to maps once you got to Act 4, I want to say. I think you still had to get to the Act 4 in Merciless. But you didn't have to kill Malachi. So that was like a hard skip pretty much every time for me. Like occasionally once I started getting better at it, I was like, maybe I'll try it out. Yeah, I think especially he was like he was a pretty nasty boss on like cruel difficulty if you didn't like get your shit together by the time you got to him. The normal difficulty never posed too much problem for me, I'd say, once I got comfortable with the game. But yeah, one of the things I was happy with the change was mostly just not having to get gear checked by Cruel Malachi anymore. That was rough. Yeah, I guess Act 10 Kitava is probably a bigger gear check than Cruel Malachi, but it comes at a point in the game where it feels less annoying. Like, you're supposed to get gear checked just before you go into maps. Like, that feels fine. And with, like, Blood Aqueducts and various other things. That is true. Act 5 can be rough as well. Yeah. The trick is to go really slow like I do. There's no such thing as a gear check if you're level like 75 or something when you get to him. I thought this league would be different as well, because usually I get like distracted by the league mechanics, whereas like in this league, you can't accidentally, you can't get distracted, right? Because it's just like pick it up and go. And I even intentionally didn't do too much grave crafting at the start, because I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to be focused. And then I guess because of the way the XP and stuff worked, you ended up being super over geared, over XP'd. None of your fellow traders went labored hard to craft a. Oh yeah, sorry. We're literally almost all uniques. Just this dirty rare scepter. It's actually gross if you look at it. We're a Gucci hobo build now. Actually, oh no, Gucci Hobo has to be a template, isn't it? Wait, I'm missing the miasma right there, aren't I? I'm having too much fun. Back we go. Right there. Can I jump down here and go back around? There we are, nice. Does it jump up a bit? Oh, I made a pig's ear of this, haven't I? There it is. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go back to town. I've made such a mess of this. Go in the portal. In the hole. There we go. Destroy. What is happening? You miss PvE for one day and you literally forget everything. I listened to that podcast you recommended, Drake. The Behind the Bastards one. I thought it was... I listened to the Dennis the Menace one. I thought it was fine. I think like I'm just boring now. I think I want like denser information. You know? Like I feel like after listening to it, And it's not like I'm saying like, oh, it's not like highbrow enough, you know what I mean? But I wanted it to be like more crunched in. Hardcore history. Yeah, I do need to listen to that. I've had lots of people recommend that to me, actually. In fact, I'm going to load that on Spotify now. Just so I've got it saved. Yeah, I don't mind that. And I often play things at faster speeds as well because I get bored easily. So, but no, I think it was fine. But I guess it was it's a lot more like conversational and like kind of jokey. Which again, I'm not like some dry old person, but well, I guess I am turning into one. But I was it got to like the end of part 1 and I was like, oh shit, that could have been easily all done in one part, I think. But if you're there for like just the vibes and the hanging out, I can imagine that's more enjoyable sort of thing. Have you ever listened to 99% Invisible? I super recommend that. It's really misleading, I think, if you look up the description and stuff of it, because it's kind of, and it was initially like this. It was like pitched as like a design and architect podcast, which is like not what I would immediately find interesting, but they get into like design concepts that are like not just about buildings and stuff, and they have like quite a how to describe it, like introspective approach to what they're talking about. Like it's not just like, you know, they might talk about like the larger questions that certain concepts pose or whatever, whilst also being kind of really informative and stuff. Definitely recommend it. It felt like it would fit your interests. And yeah, it's, like I said, it's not, I mean, you might like architecture, to be fair. I'm not trying to shit on architecture. I feel like that's not everyone's cup of tea from an outset. I'm not particularly interested in buildings. But like some of the discussions around, say, like the intentionality of like the shapes of buildings for like sound design to make sure large buildings aren't too echoey and stuff like that. Like, you know, it's sort of niche topics like that is like, oh, that is actually quite interesting, you know? Yeah, then you'll definitely love that thing. Yeah, it'd be very much up your street. And one thing I like a lot with that podcast is I've never found... They sometimes do guest edits or whatever, and I've never not been interested in like at least a couple episodes of the guest podcasts they have, if you know what I mean. So they seem to have like a really nice network of people. I guess if I've only just thought of this, but I think if I had to describe it to someone, it's like, it feels like highbrow pub quiz or highbrow like general knowledge, because the topics they cover are so varied week to week, that it gets that kind of like, oh, that's like an interesting deep dive on a topic I had no knowledge about. What is it? I've just thought of there's another podcast that I super recommend. This is definitely out of left field. It's not really educational. It's more just, it's performance art, I guess. But I need to look at. I always forget the name of it. Everything is Alive is the name of the podcast. And it's like a series of interviews with inanimate objects. But it's done like a sort of serious, like long form style podcast interview with an inanimate object. So is the first episode? Yeah, the first episode is like them interviewing a can of soda And I don't know, it's just really well done. It's like, it sounds totally awful, but it is actually fantastic. And like the Soda's talking about its experience being like the last Soda in the pack. How does that make it feel emotionally? You know, it works. I think you've got to be open to podcasts in general, because I guess it's vibing on a lot of that kind of type of style. But yeah, that again came from the 99% one. I used to really like podcasts. I tend to go through phases where like my attention span kind of drifts. I've been trying audiobooks most recently, but I've now kind of dropped off of those as well. So I think it's time to go back onto podcasts. How's your DD build going? Ooh, Brandon Sanderson. I'm super slowly working my way through him, but I'm reading his stuff instead. I have something wrong in my brain. I can't listen to non-fiction. Or sorry, the opposite. I can't listen to fiction audiobooks. I find it really hard to. When I say there's something wrong with my brain as well, I'm half joking. I'm pretty certain it's related to the ADHD thing, but but I find listening to fiction very difficult. In early reds. Oh, nice. Have you got your corpse tech sorted out? Have you got like a nice stacked corpse pool? Because I guess for you can just go out and buy the components. You have a nice corpse pool. There we are. Don't say that out loud. I've got my windows shut, so it's okay. I need to buy it. Oh, I guess you can use the trade chat, right? Global chats. Yeah. Is it 6666 or something like that? I remember. Nice. Hey, I'm sure they appreciate it. They are literally doing almost nothing great. Just have to invite you in. I didn't realize I had Midnight Bargain hidden on my div card filter initially, because I just grabbed like the generic filter blade one for like slightly strict or whatever it's called, and I forgot to check the div cards. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but I probably could have had one by now if I didn't have that turned off. Yeah, it's a very common drop. Yeah, no worries. I've gone up some levels. Got 5 skill points. The only annoying thing here is you get the little energy shield dude. Well, not energy shield, proximity shield dudes that just kind of hang back there. I don't think I'm supposed to try and eat those. There's a tasty little slap there from one of the, I don't know what they're called. I guess it's a statue, but I don't know if it has a name in this. Oh, they're not visible on here until he, like, oh, there we are. I guess it's not a picture, a statue of innocence, is it? Just a big Templar dude. Oh, actually, I've just realized it's the same model, isn't it, as the Guardian dude. The Sentinel, yeah. No wonder, like, at least he doesn't have the fucking RF thing, right? Otherwise this fight would be a different thing. I mean, maybe it'd be easy for this particular build, but you wouldn't want him, like, Innocence got Convocation in a new patch. Game over. What have you got for food today? What's it? Yeah, this is lunchtime, I assume, right? Innocence got 1v1 Katava. Yeah, maybe. Katava has a lot of dirty dot stuff. It's super unhealthy. Salami and cheese pie. Wow. That doesn't sound like a bad thing, though. Don't let Wolfie hear about that as well. He's a big fan of pies. I can't be honest, I've never heard of a salami pie though. I mean, it stands to reason, right? Like, just meat and pies are a dream combination, but... Ooh, we have a broken link here. Yeah, no worries. Oh, you crazy North Americans. You say pie, you mean like pizza, right? A pizza pie. Is that what's happening? That looks more like a pizza to me. Yeah. That's not a pie. A pie has a crust and a lid. And not a pizza crust either. Yeah, yeah, no, I got ahead of you there. The box has a lid. I've eaten some pies, to be fair, where I'd probably rather eat the cardboard lid. So we'll allow it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned pie. I always find it funny. I guess, do you have sausage rolls in Canada? I don't know how hardcore we culturally dominated Canada. Are you familiar with the roll of sausage? We do have the occasional interesting. I just find it's not common at all. Right. Yeah, occasionally they'll do like one of those like kind of TikTok type video things or whatever where they get like American celebrities to try British food. And the sausage roll always seems like mind-blowing. And then it's like the most mundane food source over here. Delicious, but relatively mundane. Oh, How dare you? How dare you? I think typically a lot of like exciting other cultural foods, they've just stolen it from elsewhere. Like, what's the most exciting Canadian food? Hit me with this. That isn't technically from another country. You can't say poutine because that's just gravy and chips. That's cheating. We can do that. Yeah, see, exactly. I'm just saying, I think British people get a bad rep, but whenever, like, say, Americans talk about American food, they're actually listing other countries' food, like Mexican food or... Okay, yeah, India is good, yeah. But I think Britain does the same there as well, like, you know. Like, oh, I love a curry. It's like, well, yeah, it's not really British as such. And then someone tries to say that tikka is, and it's like, I guess technically, but that feels like cheating. Whereabouts, not that I'll necessarily know, but whereabouts in India you're from originally? I've been to India once before. For like a work thing a long time ago. Here is also insanely large, so likelihood is I have not even remotely heard of the place. Yeah, a few years ago, I worked when I worked in North Wales. We went to, well, just me and a colleague went to Bangalore to do like training and stuff, which was an experience. Especially as I'm not at all well traveled, so I think it was like the third time maybe I've been on a plane. Was like an 6-hour flight, 7-hour flight. That was exciting. It was, I really can't complain at all though, because the company we were visiting was like a contractor, but they also wanted to get like more. We were like a small part of our company, so they were like, they treated us overly nicely. So I ended up feeling bad because at the time I was basically really quite junior. I was just like a trainer person, but they were sitting me down with like fairly senior executives of their side to like, I guess, put in a good impression. It's like, I have no authority at all, by the way. Like, I obviously didn't say this, but in my head I'm like, I'll tell my boss that you guys were nice, but I don't. I'm not in charge of anything remotely important here. You enjoy long flights to get to read books? I didn't actually mind the flight, but also, again, because it was a long flight and corporate and stuff, I did get to go in business class. So I haven't had a I haven't had a true long flight experience, I think, technically. I think that's a really good point as well. And I will say, like, everybody was very nice. So it wasn't just, like, obviously, like, a an attempt to earn more business. Like it was consistent throughout the situation. It just in those like discrete moments definitely felt like a misunderstanding on like the situation as such. But yeah, it's a pretty low bar, isn't it? We did have a hilarious moment when we went. So, which way around was it? I think. Oh yeah. Initially, like a group of people came over to Wales, and only like a couple of them had been to the UK before. So it wasn't like winter, but it wasn't warm. I can't remember what time. It must have been autumn, I think. So it was like way colder than they were expecting, and then combined with like, I don't know, it was like there was just loads of little differences in terms of like they thought our water was too cold. Like the tap water was all too cold, so they were like using the kettles and whatnot to like warm up our like drinking water, which was like, again, just really interesting little differences. And one of the funniest moments was we took them to like an Indian restaurant we had, and after checking that they didn't think that would be weird, like, you don't want to like assume, but we went to this Indian place and they were talking to the waiter there, and I think I might be getting this back to front, so you can correct me if you know, but I think one of them was, I want to say someone there was from the south. They were from some directional region where they like things really spicy, and that was what the others were explaining to me. So they were like basically negotiating with the waiter on making it as spicy as possible, basically. And everyone was kind of laughing. It was like, oh yeah, and like I was like, yes, can I have mine with extra milk, please? Or whatever. Like, don't give me that. And then they brought it out, and I guess I don't know if the waiter was like trolling them or something, but they must have put so much heat. I didn't have any of it because I think I would have died if I smelt it. But even the guy was like, oh, that's a bit hot. And I was like, they must have fucked with him, because I doubt they would have made it that spicy. Like, naturally. Yeah. So that was a great moment. It is South Indians. Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, there's no, like, because I can only assume the level of heat that he would ordinarily be used to is, like, off the charts for anything you'd ordinarily be able to get in a restaurant, I would say. Unless it's, like, their intentional Uber dish or something, right? Like, but, yeah. That was fun. The confidence, the pride cometh before the fall sort of moment. I think it's because I guess they assumed, oh, well, it's an Indian restaurant in Britain, right? But I guess, because I think especially that guy wasn't, they were, like I said, there were like, I think about a quarter of them were like pretty well traveled and had done contracting for a while. So they'd been to the UK, if not Europe, whereas a few of them had never been here before. So I think they were a bit cocky. Most Indian restaurants in the West have two menus. I imagine there is like a, yeah, oh, do you want the real one or the yokel one? Yeah, exactly. I will never want the one for Indians. Not because it'll taste, bad, but I know where I'm at. I know what I'm about. I don't need to prove any levels of masculinity or anything through my spice tolerance, so I'm comfy. Well, that was pretty comfy, wasn't it? Barely paid attention to that fight, so.
But it will not be extinguished.
We still, yeah, we're still like insanely res capped as well, so that's nice.
Simon, good tidings. Remember. Set time and tide, wait for no man.
Let's nip back to Act 5 to collect these side quest rewards.
Thank you. Deserve
Let's go that one.
yours for freedom.
Unlucky some I simply. Now where was I?
On keyboard. Oh no. How's you have a dog as well, right? That you kind of additional care and stuff for. How are they doing? It's like diabetes, right? Okay. Sorry to hear that I've gotten you confused with somebody else. Warfare companions and confusion. Nice. Where are we going now on this little tree of... Oh, that's a pretty big one actually. 10% less damage over time. Level 47. Have we got any more shiny gear? Well, this, I don't know if it's worth equipping it, honestly. That's probably solving a lot of gear. Yeah. Meh. Maybe once we hit maps. Level 50, I get the insane upgrade, which is the Immortal Flesh Belt. Cool. Yeah, right. Let's go to Act 6. You know, actually, I'm gonna go for a quick bio break. I will be right back. You love that screen. Thank you, Jarek. Yes, I wish I spent more of my misspent youth on making memes because I'm having to learn how to do all this stuff now. I feel I'm a bit late to the game. To feed the rows after midnight. You're very true. Although I wouldn't like to see what the rower turns into, like a gremlin version of a rower. They're already pretty fucked up. Yeah. The map boss, yeah. The map boss rower is such bait as well, because there's something... I just feel compelled to always crack the eggs open. Even when I know I can't really do it. Like, the map mods are too insane. It's like, yeah, but like, it's like more loot, right? It's just like... We've had to frost bomb a few of those rowers, you know. I paid for that. Yeah, exactly. I had a bit of an issue. Thankfully, a very kind person. And, oh, actually, my tree's probably a little bit messed up right now. Oh, other build. Never mind. I think the last couple of things I did with my Detonate build was I did a Drox map and a... What was the other one? I think I broke the other one. I did an Elder map, and I don't know why, but I very overconfidently rolled them with like pretty unpleasant mods on. And yeah, sure, no worries. And yeah, I was able to clear the map, but the bosses were like nuts. So yeah, that was similar to the eggs. Boop. There we are. We got no, that's Nessa, so we want to come down this way. I'm like over leveled. I don't need to like worry about getting stuff. Oh no! Kind of my fault. I might actually use it as I'm going through, I guess. There's a reasonable chance I could get something useful. Oh, you know what I'm not doing? I think I'd rather have, yeah, Vitality than Skitterbots. Oh. I was gonna say, yeah. It's just checking. You can't like accidentally, like, well, not accidentally, but like they've changed it now, haven't they? So you get your pantheons complete for each character. You still have to actually go and kill the Brine King, which totally makes sense. Imagine that was the first thing they checked. Where are we going next? Oh, we're going this way, which makes sense. I'm gonna go quickly make a scepter. You should be able to make a pretty nice upgrade for this now. Yeah, grab that one. Clean it off. Damn, even rolled increased fire damage. And now we can put the suffix dot on there. Yeah, that'll be a bit more damage. Oh wait, I should have done that.
Hail God.
Can't be bothered. Hey, exactly, perfect. That's what I wanted to.
Godslayer.
And now we continue with the zoom. Oh, you have to re-automate, don't you? Just that one. It's really difficult, but I have to remember not to shield charge. I guess I could hide it, I suppose. Affliction boots, but you know, it's not bad. Probably have a better Quicksilver flask as well. Oh, it changed, that's why. Try this one. And then is that like the level? Yeah, we'll just delete that. May as well craft on a high tier one if we hit like really nice mods. We just have it spare. It's pretty good. Okay. Headphones. Kind of want the speed. You can run raw movement speed. It's technically a mod you have. Guess we don't. It doesn't exist anymore. Hey! Oh, literally perfect. I'll stop my whining now. I guess if I want to be extra lazy, we'll set this up to auto do as well. When it reaches full charges. I guess. Let's grab this. We're gonna go buy a bunch of the baubles, and we'll put the 3% life regen during. Actually. Oh, we can put it on that. Never mind then. We'll just roll this normally then. We'll buy a bunch of them though, because we. Oh, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry about that. Actually, it doesn't know what armor is. You know what? We'll keep that. That's fine. Regen? We don't need that. What would be our third flask? I guess we could look at the old Pox guide. I don't know what he recommends. Quartz, granite, quicksilver, silver. You know, let's go for the silver flask. Because I'm not pressing that much. It takes too slow to build up the charges. What does a silver flask even look like? You're gonna make me use the search bar, aren't you? Do I have a silver flask? Oh wait, it's this, isn't it? Hey, I remembered. We have a high tier one here. Cool. Kind of fun. You know what? For now, we'll just keep that. That's like, it's not awful. Could obviously be a lot better, but I'm running out of alterations. We'll stick on that. We successfully navigated this pretty quickly. Nice. Too fast for the delirium. That's good, isn't it? So this is a minor tip, but if you're even if your Nico is full, it's always worth clicking on it because there's like a high chance, relatively high chance for like to drop that alteration div card. Probably even higher in maps, to be fair. And then in maps, that chance is it's also worth doing because you have the if you have the soul fight to Azerite node. Honestly, when I hit maps, I'll probably do some delving. Just go a little higher and go sideways because delve is like very smooth. Extra good for leveling for me because I can't get distracted by all the side content. You just go in line.
Humiliation again! Why are you so ugly?
Ugly? Jesus. I need to use this Kuroi tattoo one on the next one. God, I love having regeneration. It's so nice. Might need a bit more mana reduction-y stuff to get this to work. Okay, Okay, we're like way over leveled. We don't need to hang around. Let's drop that off. Should hopefully speed up a bit now. I tend to find these acts a lot more fluid, I guess. Which makes sense because they designed them after learning, I guess, a bunch of lessons from the other ones. Grab this in case we crash. Oh yeah, I need to remember to use those things. Oh, it's not that important. I doubt I'm going to get crazy tattoos from the early level one, but I don't know, to be fair. Oh, that's level 50, isn't it, as well? Nice. Just this here. Level 50 is huge because we get to equip the immortal flesh we've got. Yeah, we'll see how the flash sustain is. I imagine it'll be fine, to be honest. Yeah, we're still res capped comfortably, but now we have 800 life regen per second without any of the other buffs we have. That's no auras or anything.
Farewell.
1000 life regen seems okay. logic. It's like dangerous. Boop.
The Rhine King. His time has almost come. Then hope.
Oh. When did they change that? Or am I... That used to be an aura improvement, no? Or am I going mad? The devotion node. It was pretty speedy. Not gonna lie. Did you go the other way? Oh yeah, at top speed, at max speed 1. 116% movement speed. Bad for a chieftain. We're definitely getting maps today. I wonder if the blanching one is tied to a specific tier. Saved up some skill points or something to do or something like boop-a-doop-a-doo. Pushing the cart. Let's go. I like these guys' remixes, but it's a shame they fill like their videos with like repeats. I'd rather it's a shorter video that I knew had repeats in. The Witcher, but it's lo-fi beats. Curious.
See,